The crowd buzzed with excitement as important figures filled the spectator seats, drawing attention to the unexpected event before them. Su was surprised to learn that the university had club activities, and the possibilities intrigued him. Su confidently explained how the university's clubs differed from those at liberal arts schools, emphasizing their role as battle teams for superpower users. A group stood poised in a mystical setting, ready to unleash their powers against fierce beasts as Su prepared to cast a spell to summon them. Curiosity hung in the air as a confident man saluted while speaking to another character. Su mentioned that Ming, the vice president of the Ash Club, was unexpectedly absent. Su grew troubled as he recalled Senior and his master, unsure whether they were safe after heading southwest. Wei He addressed the group with determination, focusing on recruiting Su. He thanked the president for returning and stressed the urgency of the situation. Moments later, a curious young man questioned why Wu Yuan from the Falling Star Club was also present, confusion clear on his face. Su stood thoughtfully, unsettled by the possibility that he might be the target of everything unfolding around him. A magical circle hovered overhead, drawing the attention of eager onlookers. Su pointed at it and excitedly announced that the deans would soon enter. Magical energy swirled around the grand building, filling the atmosphere with wonder and anticipation as Su focused on his task. A magical aura enveloped the scene, sparking curiosity among the gathered crowd. Su asked about the superpower, eager to learn more, and another character said it was indeed powerful. They wondered which prominent figure was behind it. A surge of fiery energy erupted as a determined and powerful figure leaped forward, kicking with extraordinary force. A swirling vortex of energy formed around a focused and determined Su, drawing all attention to his intense concentration. Su observed the young vice principal, surprised by her youthful appearance as others expressed astonishment at her age and role in the battle technique library. A confident young woman with a commanding presence introduced herself as Ling, the acting host of the freshman opening ceremony in the principal's absence. A confident young woman addressed the crowd, welcoming them to Magic City Superpower University and announcing the impressive number of freshmen and champions present this year. A serious atmosphere settled over the gathering as a mysterious and insightful figure revealed information about an extremely rare S-Rank superpower awakener. A competitive atmosphere buzzed as a determined young man with dark hair stood confidently among his friends, ready to face the challenges ahead. A confident and authoritative female character explained the competition to eager students, emphasizing that resources would be distributed based on their performance ratings. The crowd erupted in a mix of excitement and concern as a projection displayed the intense competitive systems at Magic City University. Su suggested canceling the systems for fairness. Su gestured intensely to the crowd, declaring that fairness was never part of Magic City TM's tough competitive landscape. A tense silence filled the air as Su and others reacted to the surprising event unfolding before them. Su surveyed the competitive arena with a smirk, confident that attending Magic City Superpower University was indeed the right choice. A confident and authoritative female character addressed the audience, explaining the importance of strength in their school. A competitive arena buzzed with anticipation as participants prepared for the intense freshman competition ahead, explained the competition format, detailing the stages and rules. An unknown character presented the rewards on screen, stating he wouldn't elaborate on the other rewards. Su exclaimed the impressive value of a large-capacity space ring, questioning how much it would sell for. The announcer explained the competition rules, emphasizing that the freshman competition would determine ratings and that S-Rank rights would be assessed separately by the school. A mysterious figure confidently gestured towards Dean Sun, signaling the start of important discussions. A determined young man with dark hair stood resolutely before a large crowd, ready to face the challenges ahead. The confident and authoritative dean announced the official start of the freshman competition, reminding students of the opportunity to become personal disciples. A group of students gathered, urgency in their voices as they discussed their ambitions for the competition. Sue suggested they go all out this time. One student hoped a teacher would notice them. Another remarked that if the dean picked someone, they would soar instantly. A group of students gathered as the announcer informed them about the 10 rounds in Stage 1. Sue ascended the stage, holding a large sword. Sue expressed surprise at hearing that Lei was also competing in the first round. A confident figure struck a dramatic pose, radiating self-assurance as the moment hung heavy in the air. A heated atmosphere filled the space as a furious woman accused Sue of arrogance, insisting he deserved a beating. A cunning and aware man smirked, commenting on the reckless choice to provoke someone formidable. A vast stadium buzzed with anticipation as swirling energy sparkled above the crowd. Sue surveyed the environment, his focus intense amidst the charged atmosphere. Sue addressed the crowd, reassuring them about the protective barrier that would activate in any life-threatening situation. A countdown echoed through the arena, heightening the excitement of the eager spectators. An unknown announcer signaled the start of the intense competition. The atmosphere crackled with tension as Sue unleashed a powerful attack, striking multiple opponents in the chaotic battle. The crowd buzzed with excitement as they witnessed an intense competition, eyes glued to the dominating competitor with a knife. A male spectator exclaimed that Lee had already broken through to second order. Another male spectator commented on Lee's prowess, declaring total domination in the arena. The crowd buzzed with excitement as they witnessed an intense competition, eyes glued to the dominating competitor with a knife. A male spectator exclaimed that Lee had already broken through to second order. Another male spectator commented on Lee's prowess, declaring total domination in the arena. Lee, victorious and powerful, swung his sword as the crowd erupted in cheers, celebrating his triumph over 36 opponents. Sue posed confidently, challenging his rival to see if their first stage results could surpass his own. A confident young man with dark hair walked towards the arena, drawing skeptical glances from those who observed him. A tense conversation unfolded between two men as they strategized over their targets, weighing the significance of Sue against Lee. A curious young man with dark hair asked an unknown figure about insider information on the competition. The unknown figure confidently replied that he had personally witnessed the event. A mechanical device announced the start of the student drawing, urging everyone to gather at the stage. Sue stood among his peers, feeling determined. Sue stood confidently as his companions cheered him on, urging him to show his true power in the competition. A tense atmosphere filled the arena as a young man with dark hair recognized Sue, expressing concern about facing him in the competition. A confident and formidable figure brandished a sword, surrounded by swirling energy, threatening the crowd with disdain. Three characters discussed a newly recruited disciple, their curiosity piqued by his impressive abilities and anticipated performance in the competition. A young man with dark hair spat out water, astonished by the news about Sue's unexpected power level. Sue expressed his astonishment at the rapid leveling speed, describing it as terrifying. Another character questioned Old Yang's secretive nature, noting his ability to hide things well. Energy swirled around a confident young man with dark hair as he prepared for action, excitement crackling in the air. He activated his power, ready to face the challenge ahead. A confident young man with dark hair prepared to unleash his power, relishing the thrill of battling humans over beasts. Sue said he still preferred fighting humans. A powerful aura enveloped the area, sending a wave of tension through the crowd. Sue sensed the energy shift, feeling apprehensive about its source. A fearful character reacted in shock, exclaiming about the terrifying aura's implications. A confident young man with dark hair revealed his status as a Tier 2 high-rank ability user, radiating power and pride in the arena. A tense atmosphere filled the arena as a fearful character questioned how they could compete against a Tier 2 high-rank opponent. A confident young man with dark hair displayed his power, captivating the president, who watched in astonishment and realized the potential before him. A smug and cunning character with long white hair sat confidently, plotting a confrontation with someone while watching a curious Sue in the background. A determined young man with dark hair felt frustration surge within him as he plotted to crush his rival's reputation and rise above in the school. In a bustling arena, an arrogant figure sneered at Sue, relishing the tension building around them. A tense discussion unfolded among the group about the threat posed by Sue's extraordinary abilities. A group member suggested they unite to eliminate him first. In the stadium, three figures strategized, their voices filled with encouragement and confidence about their plan against Sue. A curious young man with dark hair analyzed the crowd, pondering whether a voice he heard belonged to a mental-type ability user. A confident and persuasive young man addressed the group, emphasizing their overwhelming numbers against Sue. He claimed they could win through sheer persistence. Determination filled the air as a young man with dark hair declared his involvement in the fight against the S-Rank ability user. A tense atmosphere enveloped the arena as an observant figure noted Liao's impressive skills in uniting the freshmen against Sue. A confident dean announced that everyone shared a common enemy due to Sue's overwhelming strength. A cynical character smirked while remarking on Sue's tough competition ahead. Purple lightning crackled around a determined young man as he stood tense, observing the gathered crowd. A tense standoff unfolded as an unknown character taunted Sue, questioning how he planned to overcome the odds stacked against him. Sue confidently channeled energy towards an unseen opponent, a mischievous smile playing on his lips as he prepared for the challenge ahead. Sue, his team, urging melee users to take the front and ranged users to attack immediately. Chaos erupted as Sue led his allies, shouting about the chance to defeat an S-Rank ability user. Tension filled the air as multiple adversaries closed in on Sue, who himself for the impending confrontation. Sue smirked confidently, addressing the unseen crowd with a bold declaration about their ineffectiveness against him. A surge of energy crackled in the air as a powerful energy blast surged towards the crowd. A powerful explosion erupted, sending debris flying in all directions as Sue triggered the explosive device with fierce determination. The powerful energy burst unleashed by Sue caused chaos, scattering debris and overwhelming those caught in its wake. A burst of chaotic electricity erupted from the ground, radiating fury and power that rippled through the surrounding figures. Sue warned the frightened character about an impending explosion, panic evident in his voice. A burst of purple energy erupted from the ground, signaling Sue TM's fierce attack and its overwhelming impact on the chaos around him. A powerful explosion of purple and white energy erupted in the foreground, creating chaos around. Sue unleashed an explosive energy attack, shaking the very ground beneath him. A mushroom cloud loomed over the arena and shock rippled through the crowd. Sue expressed his concern about Liao's safety. Another character reacted in amazement to the unexpected event. A frightened figure wondered if Liao and the others had survived. The arena buzzed with tension as the energy defense net activated, signaling an imminent threat. Sue had eliminated his opponents, leaving them incapacitated. A moment of frustration weighed heavily on a young man with dark hair as he reflected on his competition failure. He regretted provoking Sue and missing opportunities. A powerful surge of energy surrounded a resolute and inspiring young man as he raised his hand to encourage his teammates. Chaos erupted around a determined and fierce Sue as he prepared for a dramatic confrontation. He threatened his opponent, declaring he would drag them down with him. A fierce energy enveloped Sue as he stood confidently, ready to unleash his power. He unleashed energy blasts, shaking the air with intensity. A fierce energy crackled around a confident and powerful Sue as he unleashed a torrent of lightning, illuminating the chaos around him. A confident character stood with clenched fists, proclaiming that defeating Sue was not a loss. Sue's eyes widened in shock, something unexpected had just occurred. A storm of purple lightning swirled around a determined and powerful Sue as he raised his hand to summon its energy. Sue stood amidst an electrifying atmosphere, determined to harness the raw energy crackling around him. Sue observed in shock as multiple characters attempted to unleash their attacks, only to be blocked effortlessly. A crowd loomed around a young man with dark hair who knelt in defeat, contemplating the weight of his perceived failures. A powerful display of thunder echoed through the arena, leaving the crowd in shock and disbelief. A fearful and surprised character exclaimed how terrifying the thunder was. Another character expressed frustration about their elemental attacks being ineffective. A confused and incredulous figure questioned the absurdity of the situation. A confident and supportive character cheered excitedly, declaring her belief in the seniors' victory, filling the air with enthusiasm. A confident character asserted that underestimating Sue's strength was naive. The arena buzzed with excitement as characters analyzed Sue's incredible proficiency with the lightning spear. One character noted the sonic boom created when it was thrown. Another character remarked on the effectiveness of the lightning net, emphasizing its flawless design. The arena felt tense as a thoughtful and observant character reflected on the absence of Old Yang, noting how crucial his insights on Sue would be. A defiant young man with dark hair stood confidently with a spear, while anxious allies debated their next move. One ally voiced their fear about breaking through the opponent's defense. Another ally expressed uncertainty and suggested fleeing instead. A charged atmosphere crackled with tension as a confident young man with dark hair prepared for confrontation. Sue threatened his rival, expressing his intent to approach. A powerful burst of energy erupted from the ground, shaking the arena and capturing everyone's attention. Sue unleashed an attack on the arena floor, demonstrating his fierce determination. A fierce energy surge erupted from Sue, shaking the chaotic surroundings as he launched a powerful attack against his opponents. A sense of urgency filled the air as teammates scrambled, readying themselves for the impending battle. Sue urged them to unite against their scattered foes. Sue stood firmly, preparing to defend himself as an aggressive figure lunged forward, striking at him with furious intent. A crackling energy surrounded a confident young man as he smirked, relishing the thrill of the escalating competition. Sue found this exciting. The chaos of battle raged as a confident man critiqued his opponent's every flaw, his voice cutting through the noise with disdain. Amid the chaotic clash of energy, a determined and focused man surged forward to attack his opponents. A tense moment unfolded as a determined and focused man gripped the pole, anchoring himself amidst the chaos swirling around him. A confident man with dark hair stood ready, spear in hand, taunting his opponents with a smug grin. A recent defeat weighed heavily on the group, frustration swirling in the air. Sue expressed disbelief over their circumstances, feeling the sting of competition. Sue stood confidently, raising his weapon high as he was announced the qualifier with a stunning record of defeated opponents. A floating device emitted a blue light, announcing the remaining qualifiers with a mechanical beep. Sue listened intently, curiosity etched on his face. A tense atmosphere filled the room as an authoritative figure announced the competition details for the upcoming round. She revealed that only 4 contestants would be selected. The atmosphere buzzed with excitement as a young man with dark hair listened to his friend exclaim about the fierce competition ahead. A competitive energy filled the air as 3 young men with dark hair discussed the prestigious freshman grand competition. The inquisitive one wondered about the event's long history. The confident commentator explained that the previous record was set by an S-Rank. The nostalgic observer recalled the exact time it took to break that record. The confident commentator speculated that Sue's new record might stand unbroken. 3 characters discussed Sue's impressive skills, marveling at his master-level spearmanship and acknowledging his high talent in weaponry. A confident young man with dark hair reassured his classmates about the upcoming research trip, saying they had nothing to worry about with his presence. Joy filled the air as Sue celebrated his recent success, surrounded by cheerful friends eager to congratulate him. A confident young man with dark hair stood before a crowd, declaring that an antagonist was merely a paper tiger who bullied the weak. Sue smirked, contemplating his next move in the competition and deciding he would challenge his rival later in the second stage. Sue gestured confidently to the group, encouraging them to take on the next challenge. A supportive voice reassured everyone that advancing to the top 50 would be simple. Another eager member expressed impatience, ready to prove their skills. A confident young man with dark hair exchanged a fist bump with a determined female character, solidifying their friendly rivalry. The tension thickened as Sue prepared for the next phase of the competition against determination etched on his face. The arena buzzed with energy as Su launched an intense attack against the opposing team, showcasing his unmatched skills. The crowd held its breath as a confident female character raised her spear, ready to engage in the competitive round. Excitement filled the air as a young man with dark hair admired the talented song, capturing the moment on his smartphone. A confident and prepared female character raised her staff, initiating the match with swirling energy around her. Amidst the chaotic battle, a determined and fierce young man delivered a powerful kick to his attacker. Frustration erupted as opponents lamented the challenges posed by Su's skills in the chaotic battle. One opponent expressed doubt about defeating a Tier 2 combatant. A commanding figure issued orders, instructing to list Song as the second recruitment target and Lee temporarily as the third. A fierce young man with a glowing weapon struck his opponent in the crowded arena. Surprised figures reacted to the intense energy unleashed in the chaos. A fierce young man with dark hair prepared to execute a powerful attack, his glowing weapon radiating with energy. A heavy weight pulled down on Su, straining his muscles as he fought against the burden. A confident young woman with dark hair stood victorious, having defeated multiple opponents in the fierce competition. A confident female character stood in the arena, showcasing her weapon, a glowing orb, to the captivated audience. A confident young woman with dark hair waved cheerfully, while another female character stood surprised by the unexpected gesture. A confident and skilled superpower user eagerly sought feedback after his impressive performance. The arena buzzed with excitement as the announcer's voice echoed, detailing the rules for the upcoming free challenge. Ominous panels hovered in a striking sky, capturing the worried gaze of a determined and alert young man. A determined young man contemplated his next challenge amidst a lively crowd. He decided to challenge Lei for the third place. The atmosphere shifted as Su's expression turned to shock, filled with disbelief at the unexpected news. Su addressed the challengers with confidence, questioning why one ranked lower would challenge a higher rank without provocation. A tense discussion unfolded in the competitive arena about a conflict involving Su and Lee. Su's challenge was met with surprise and amusement. Determined, a young man with dark hair prepared for the upcoming battle, eager to prove his strength in arena number 74. Su expressed excitement for the challenge ahead. The countdown echoed through the arena, building anticipation as two competitors faced off, weapons drawn and ready. Su his weapon against his opponent. Su unleashed a powerful beast-like roar, the intensity rippling through the arena, shaking the ground beneath his feet. A ferocious beastman lunged toward Su, anger radiating from his fierce expression. Su stood defiant, prepared to face the oncoming threat. Sparks of energy danced around Su's face as he confronted an unseen opponent, his expression unwaveringly serious. A fierce character with a lion-like mane unleashed an explosive attack, sending shockwaves through the crowded arena as spectators gasped in awe and fear. A fierce battle unfolded as Su swung his spear at the roaring lion, determined to show his strength. A fierce beastman unleashed a lightning-infused slashing move, challenging Su's resolve. He prepared to defend against the incoming attack, confidence radiating from him. A powerful sword crackled with electricity as Su unleashed a surge of energy, igniting the air around him. A towering beastman screamed in rage, swinging its massive arm toward an unseen target, fury radiating from its every movement. A towering beastman unleashed its strength, leaving Su in shocked disbelief. He recognized that the creature's power surpassed his own. Electric energy surged through the weapon as Su focused intently on summoning its power. Amidst crackling purple lightning, a young man with dark hair endured excruciating pain, his expression twisted in agony. A sudden shockwave rippled through the air, startling a young man with dark hair. Su reacted, overwhelmed by the burst of energy. Su stood confidently, manipulating bolts of lightning that danced dangerously around him as Lei suffered beneath his control. Su unleashed a powerful burst of energy, announcing his victory in the match, and the arena erupted with cheers. A menacing figure stood tall, weapon in hand, contemplating the torment he could inflict on his opponent. Su lay on the ground, relief washing over him after narrowly escaping death. Sue sighed after someone finally left, relief washing over him in the quiet aftermath. A confident female character declared her intent to challenge Lee, gripping her spear tightly. A shocking announcement echoed through the arena, catching everyone off guard. Sue reacted with disbelief at the revelation of EVA, the AI system managing the battles. If you'd like to see your favorite titles retold, leave a comment and I'll be sure to pick some of them up from time to time. Also, let me know which video format you like more, long videos or short ones. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you again soon.